Yo, welcome to the Shot by Dame podcast. Welcome everybody to our second episode. I want to give a quick shout out again to our cameraman, Mike's Perspective. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Powerhouse Podcasting for allowing us to be here in the studio and setting up the microphones and everything else for us. Before we get into the interview, I wanted to give a big thank you to our sponsor. This is our very first sponsor of a podcast. So I wanted to give a huge thank you because without you guys, this might not be possible. So Alaya Boutique, that is our very first sponsor of the podcast. And I appreciate you a lot. And thank you for sponsoring the podcast. And when we get more into the interview, we'll make sure to go over details about Alaya Boutique. But huge shout out. And we'll put all the information on the link on the bottom. So we'll make sure that everybody can contact them on their website and their Instagram and their Facebook. So I just want to give a quick introduction of who we're interviewing today. It's a super dope DJ local here in Bakersfield, California. And I just want to say that I'm grateful to have him here today. And I've worked with him before. And like I said, he's amazing. The character, the energy that he brings is crazy. So let's go ahead and introduce him here from D&G Entertainment. Donald, welcome here, man.
What's going on?
What's up, bro?
How you doing?
How's it going?
All right.
So, first of all, thank you for being here.
Appreciate you having me.
And I apologize for rescheduling on you twice.
No, man, that's how it goes. I understand.
So, before we jump straight into the interview, I know I talked to you a little bit before. I wanted to explain to you how I kind of got back to contacting you. So there was an event that somebody reached out to me, said that the photographer got canceled, right?
Okay.
And then so they contacted me, said, hey, can you cover for them? It's a last minute thing. So I was like, yeah, of course, you know. So I covered for them. I got there. Anyways, you were the DJ, right? So I didn't know you at the time. You were the DJ. Your energy was dope. The atmosphere, pretty much the whole night you had, the place was just dope. Everybody had a great time. There was no slow tempo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just kept the tempo the entire night. It was just dope. What was that event?
You talking about the Boots and Bachelor auction?
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
got you. Yeah, that's the annual Boots and Bachelor auction at Buck Owens. And I typically DJ it.
So you do it every year?
Yeah, it happens every year. I don't necessarily DJ it every year.
Okay.
But that year that you saw me, I happened to DJ. Who event it is my good friend and mentor, Bino Bates.
Okay.
That's who MCs it.
Okay.
He's the one that's bringing all that energy, making it live in there. I'm just the wingman.
And you say he's your mentor?
Yeah. He's the one that got me into it.
Okay.
So anyway, that's his event. He's been doing it since the beginning. I don't know what year they're on.
Yeah.
It may be the 100th year, and he's been doing it ever since.
Yeah, because I heard it was a yearly thing.
Yeah, it's a yearly thing, and usually it comes up around in the September, around when the fair's here.
Okay.
But due to everything going on this year, I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's his event. Shout out to Bino, but that's his event. And then every blue moon, I'll DJ it for him. Okay. If he blesses me with the opportunity. But you see it.
So one thing that made me curious about the event was because I didn't understand it. First of all.
Okay.
Okay. So and you don't have to answer it if you're not, because I don't know the information around it and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but so when we got further into it, at the end, the auction is pretty much the guys are dancing.
Yeah.
But people are bidding.
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of caught me off guard was the amount of money people were bidding, or that they said that they were bidding. Is that real money?
It's real money. So actually, I've been DJing it for a while, and I was actually a bachelor one year. I was a bachelor, 2012, I want to say.
Yeah.
So anyway, what it is for the Bakersfield Homeless Shelter.
Okay,
big shout out to everyone at the Bakersfield Homeless Shelter. It's a great event that they put on every year, and it raises money for the Bakersfield Homeless Shelter.
That's super dope.
Yeah, and so usually, I believe it's like 10 to 12 bachelors. Sometimes they have a theme. Like one year was firefighters, one year was doctors.
Okay.
And what it is that everyone kind of comes out to a song and get on stage and dance and it's packed. If you ever been in Buck Owens, Crystal Palace, like that's a huge place.
Yeah.
And it's literally running over with women in there.
Yeah, I couldn't get around.
Yeah,
I was literally
aisles,
like,
everything. So the energy in there, it's just on a whole nother level. So anyway, so these guys come down, they pick a song and I play them.
Yeah.
And they come down there, dance through the aisles, and depending on their energy, their songs, how they react with the crowd, depends on where the starting bid is, usually. And some people go for quite a bit of money.
So if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I could have swore somebody bid like 20,000.
It could be.
I heard thousands going out.
Yeah, thousands, most definitely. I think the highest that I personally seen was maybe like 8 or 10.
Okay, so it might have been around there. If I was correct,
yeah. So and that money actually goes, to the Bakersfield Homeless Shelter, and then they actually get to go on the date with the guys that they bid on. So they bid and actually go on a date.
So so that was another question too, because like everything was just kind of new to me, and then I was just thinking like, are these people really like, are they really going out with these people?
Yeah,
or they just
actually like you bid on a guy, like that's you get to go on a date and whatever other incentives that they have with the Bachelor or any silent auctions, but it's a real great event. They raise thousands of dollars every year. It's just a fun event. So
that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So that I was like, because I didn't ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
They were just like, you want to photograph it? Can you? It's last minute. So I showed up, and then when everything started happening, I was just like, where am I at? You know what I'm saying? Where am I at? Like, so after I was like, when I reached out to you to DJ, I'm like, I need to ask him this, because like, I was like, I didn't know what the heck was going on. But
I wish it was going on this year. It may be. I have to double check, but yeah, it's a live event.
It's definitely something different. Okay, so for those, from me being in the wedding industry, you're pretty popular. From people I've mentioned, like I'm gonna be interviewing you, and most people do know you. So
that's a good thing. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Most people that I do talk to, they're like, oh, he's like a super dope DJ. So for those who don't know you, if you can give like a condensed 60 seconds of who you are outside of being a DJ, of just as a person. You know what I'm saying? If you can just give it like a small 60 seconds of who you are as a character, as a person.
As a person, I'm definitely an entertainer first, then everything, then DJ comes second. So I love to entertain. I love just bringing energy, and I just try to make people smile or make somebody's day, even if I don't know them,
Yeah.
So I've always been the positive type. But yeah, outside of DJing, I don't know, it's just me. I do stand-up comedy. So I love like being
stand-up comedy.
Yeah, stand-up comedy. I do stand-up comedy. That's how I kind of got into DJing a little bit. So I've always been comfortable in front of people.
I was gonna ask you that. So you're pretty much comfortable being around crowds and
okay. I love it. So, but no, just I just love being around good energy. I'm a father. I have a 5-year-old beautiful daughter. So I'm a father. I'm a sneakerhead. I collect sneakers.
Okay.
Music. I know, I'm a DJ, but I just absolutely love music. So
just a lot of things.
Just a lot of things. Yeah. Big mixing pot.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So a text message I sent you. I honestly should have asked you when I reached out to you. So I asked you, can I get your full name?
Oh, okay.
All right. So
yeah.
I asked you this like late in the conversation, man, and I apologize for that because I should have known your full name. So, anyways, can you let us know? Break us down. What is D&G Entertainment?
D&G stands for Donald and Glenn. Entertainment, which is my first and my last name.
So your name is Donald Glenn.
Yeah, so my name is Donald Glenn. Yeah.
So it's not two different people.
No, and people always ask, who are we getting? Are we getting Donald or are we getting Glenn? I said, you know what? You're going to get both of us. Yeah. So how I kind of came up with it is I love Dolce & Gabbana. I love that logo. Just happens to be my initials also too. And then I just thought about, a lot of law firms and professional businesses always have like two guys Kevin and McCall.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like a two thing. Yeah. For sure. Okay.
And then when I'm DJing, I just feel like I'm more than one person at these events.
Okay.
Like nothing like crazy, like who you getting today? Not
yeah,
like
you're
that.
not
but,
just like changing like personalities or something.
But man, I'm all over the place. I'm DJing, I'm MCing. I mean, there's been times where I put food on guests plate. I mean, setting up. I'm just all over the place. So I just feel like I have, multiple, corners to, who I am as a DJ and as an entertainer. So, so there's Donald and Glenn. So,
Okay. So how many people know that?
A lot of people know, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
So when I meet with my bride and grooms or, other clients of mine, some people ask like, who's Donald, who's Glenn? Or they'll ask me when they're writing something,
are you Donald or Glenn?
Are you Donald or Glenn? Who do I write this to? I said, oh, that's my first name, and then that's when they're asked, oh, okay, I thought there were two people.
That's why I asked, like, what's your last name?
So I kind of like it too. I like when people are kind of confused about it.
Yeah.
So, but that's where that comes from. So,
okay,
because it's just me.
Yeah.
It's nobody else in my DJ company. It's literally just me.
See, and I thought it was like two people. And I was like, it's kind of cool because like maybe you might like, hey, if I'm booked this day, we got somebody else can go and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's crazy. That's something different. That's something like actually kind of different, man. Like, it is something that most people like. I'm sure you have to explain that every time, right?
Yeah, majority of the time,
like,
if they don't know,
right? Yeah, because if it's not somebody close or somebody who's known about you,
especially these days, because with bride and grooms, especially for bride and grooms, when they book you, they want to make sure they're getting the DJ that they're talking to.
Yeah,
that's on the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are seeing Donald and Glenn, and they want to make sure I'm going to be at their wedding.
Yeah.
So they're asking like, okay, is Donald coming or Glenn?
Yeah.
Like, is this your partner?
Yeah.
So then that's when I start laughing and I explain it to them.
Yeah.
But it's me and only me. So.
Okay, for sure. That's dope. So I hope a lot of people, if they do watch this, can get a breakdown of exactly what that means. So, so as far as being a DJ, how did it all start? Like, how did you from the very beginning? How did it start?
Well, my whole family's in the kind of like not the music industry, but have musical background. So my mom plays the flute, my grandfather plays the saxophone, was in a band, and my grandma was a singer in that band. So music has always been like a part of my family. Like even growing up, like my mom on the weekends or during the week, whenever she's doing something, my mom plays records. So she have her her 12-inch or 45s, and we'd be playing music all through the house. So music has just always been around. And then growing up in the church, praise and worship and stuff like that. So, so anyway, we're really finally like kicked in was high school. So
it started a long time ago then.
Yeah, it started a long time ago.
Okay.
So my aunt and uncle, my uncle DJs, and he's from the South, from Mississippi, and they live in Vegas now, but he's won like tons of DJ awards.
Oh,
so damn. I would literally, sit back and watch him. He would send me mixes and stuff like that since I was in junior high. So I've always been intrigued about DJing, just the sound of scratching, and he's awesome. So they had like a record store in Mississippi and stuff like that. So I've always had DJing in my mind. So finally in high school, because I was a big dancer, I used to love to dance and go to all the school dances. But the problem was, and I'm sure a lot of students and kids around my age, or even now, the DJs wouldn't play what the kids wanted to hear,
Mm-hmm.
So, the DJs weren't really good. So finally, like my senior year, I had it like, yo, I'm tired of hearing all these songs we don't want to dance to. So anyway, one of my good friends I went to high school with, his dad owns La Movida or Club Extreme.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know where that is, right off of Union.
Yeah. 19th Street or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it started like on East Truxton.
Okay.
So anyway, his dad owned that nightclub. So they had like big old speakers. He had all their DJ equipment. So anyway, and I knew what songs were hot, what wasn't, what people wanted. So anyway, I asked the school, I said, hey, can I DJ our dances or our school rallies? So my school, West High, gave me the opportunity to DJ at my school. So what happened was,
that's crazy.
My friend at school, whose father owned Lama Vida Club Extreme, his dad would let him use the speakers. So they would deliver it to the gym or wherever we were having an event at. And so the school would pay me $100 and we would split it. I would give him 50, I would keep 50. And this was a time before like Serato and digital with the laptop.
Yeah.
So they had like CDJs. So I would literally burn all the music on CDs, to play at the school.
Yeah.
So anyway, I DJ'd my rallies, a couple of school dances. And then that's where I fell in love with actually DJing and seeing the reaction that I get from playing the songs that everybody loves.
Like entertaining.
Yeah,
like
entertaining. Yeah. And then from there, it's just that's where it started.
And it never stopped.
Never stopped.
That's
so
dope. That's crazy.
Yeah, I DJ all my school events.
That's crazy because even I think when I told you, like, I kind of looked up some of the stuff that you were doing on your Instagram, and I think you DJ'd like I think it said high school, and it showed you kind of like getting the high school kid and like thinking like nowadays how kids are and how kind of like it's hard to entertain these kids, man. Sometimes,
it is.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like they could be little, stubborn, like they don't like anything.
Nope.
And so I see you just kind of like the entire crowd is just vibing with you. I'm like, yo, like that's not easy.
No, it ain't. And school events are like my favorite.
Yeah.
All ages, from like the little kids, because the little kids are just like, Donna, what are we gonna do? Because I'm very interactive.
Yeah.
So the kids just love it.
That's crazy.
And then in high school events, brings me back, make me feel all young, and then the high school events, those are awesome. The rallies, the proms. So I do a lot of high school events too. And those are super fun.
That's crazy.
But yeah, like you said, it can be very difficult, especially too with today's music. It's actually harder I feel like it's actually harder to DJ these days just because the music is okay. Back in the day, let's say like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg song came out. They would make like 3 versions. You would have like the explicit version,
a single
version. Then you had the radio. Then you have like clean.
Yeah.
And they would literally go in the studio and substitute those bad words. Like Snoop would literally make alternate versions so it can be played on the radio, be played at school.
Yeah.
Now,
just bleep.
No one's doing that.
Yeah.
They're just, hey man, this is the version. You guys want to play on the radio? You bleep it out.
Yeah.
And so, and all these clean versions they're still bad. So all these young kids in high school, even junior high, they want to hear these songs. But I'm like, and the schools are real strict, and I get it. So it's hard even playing the clean version of these new songs that these kids want, and the schools won't allow me to play it. So that makes it kind of difficult too to DJ, for the younger crowd too, trying to entertain them, play what they want, but at the same time, following the guidelines of the schools and stuff like that. Because that's one thing last thing you want to do is be on the do not hire list at any of these schools. So
that's crazy.
And I have a pretty good reputation, with these schools. So I want to keep it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy because like these songs are every other word.
Man, it's crazy what they get away with. And some of the stuff on the radio, they don't even bleep out. I'm like, dang, they can say that. Yeah, now?
Some is just like they just let it play now.
Right?
It's like we're not gonna bleep everything. Like,
dang, I gotta cover my own ears.
Yeah. All right. So, what was your first professional event that you could think of, like as a let's just say something that you maybe thought like, damn, like this is my first legit like professional event that you felt like, okay, this is it.
Damn, what is my first professional event? So when I first started, like I said, I DJ'd like some of my school dances and stuff like that, and then I got into the radio station, and then I was doing stand-up comedy.
Okay. So
I was DJing, but nothing on a bigger scale. So, and I mentioned him before, and I mentioned him again. So, Bino Bates, who's one of my best friends, almost like he's like a father figure to me, and so who's took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. Without him, I wouldn't be anything who I am today.
That's dope.
And so I was doing stand-up comedy for a friend of mine at the Petroleum Club, and he was DJing. I'm trying to make a long story short. So anyway, he saw my energy and how funny I was and said, hey man, I'm a DJ in LA. Come check me out. I would love to have you on the team. So anyway, I go down there. I go to some like crazy bar mitzvah. I didn't even know what a bar mitzvah was. Yeah. It blew me away. And the rest from that is just history, working with him, for many, many years. But so one of my like first events had to be with him, probably on a wedding or something like that. And he's, from day one, he's always encouraged me to eventually start my own company and do my own thing, always from the beginning. That's what I loved about him, is that he trained me and groomed me to become who I am today, so I can have it on my own, not just, keep
always,
me here,
always just tag along or something.
So I always would, have little side events and stuff like that, but nothing compared to what, he was giving me. So my first event on my own, I used to work at Macy's. Mm-hmm. And so that's where I first started DJing too. So the fragrance department, women's fragrance and men's fragrance, they would have like cologne and perfume releases. And they knew I DJ'd, so they would try to promote these new colognes and fragrances. So they knew I DJ'd. So they were like, hey, Donald, can you DJ our event? And I just got these little speakers and stuff. So I used to DJ in Macy's while I worked there. I DJ'd like Gwen Stefani's like fragrance release, a couple guest fragrances and stuff like that. And I would set up like right there in Macy's. And that was like my first like official professional. Yeah. And I remember, man, I made these little business cards on the computer and I cut them out by hand. They were lime green, because lime green is like my favorite color, and uneven. Yeah. But from there, it was like a seed that I planted, because from there, people were walking by getting my little business cards, and then the rest kind of spread from there. So my first official had to be with, Bino and Bino's Entertainment Group, and then myself would probably have to be Macy's. Macy's showed me a lot of love, and those good old days, man. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's actually pretty dope, though. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm hoping you have like a crazy story for this. So being a DJ who has DJed a lot, what is the most like disastrous thing that happened at an event? So like here's a quick example. He could vet, my cameraman could vet for me. We did a wedding earlier this year. We did a wedding out in LA, and it was in the mountains. Well, the DJs decided not to download the music that the bride and everybody wanted. They wanted to stream it.
They wanted to stream it?
No Wi-Fi. They had Wi-Fi, no signal. So it pushed their wedding back like an hour and a half.
So what? So they could drive somewhere to download the music, or what?
They just kept plugging it. They ended up having to do like YouTube, somehow get connection, and eventually they played like an off version of the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So something that just kind of like, so what is like a story you had that maybe you were just like, yo, this just completely went sideways?
Well, first of all, that story is that they're totally like unresponsible. Like, where'd you hire this DJ? I've never had a disastrous wedding on my hands, but I've had like stuff happen, Mother Nature, electricity, technical difficulties out of my hands.
Yeah.
So I got tons of stories. I say a couple, but main one is I DJ'd a wedding. Where was this wedding? Somewhere on the coast in the mountains, right? Some remote area, but it was like a lodge or something. And huge wedding, like 200 people. Ceremony supposed to be outside. And this wedding was in like March, April. One thing about March and April, it's iffy about the rain, about the weather. It can be hot. Like, man, it's hot. And be like, dang, is it raining? So anyway, it was one of those days. So the ceremony was supposed to be outside. Reception was inside. Man, it started pouring down. Right, start pouring down. So anyway, they had to move the reception inside, which was cool. It was a big reception area. They just moved some tables and made everything look nice. So while they're setting up, power goes out. It's windy. Man, when I say the power went out at this whole lodge. for hours. No generator, no nothing.
Oh.
A guy had to drive into town, after we waited like an hour or two to see if the power come on.
Holy.
Guy had to drive into town to go get a generator. So anyway, the wedding where everyone's just kind of sitting around. So we had to get that wedding going.
Yeah.
So, and I'm quick on my feet, and like I said, I've been DJing since I was 17. So I've literally gone through anything you can think of. So at that time, when the stuff happens like that, like you have to be quick.
Yeah.
You have to think about your bride and groom, the guests. You have to make something happen. You just can't sit there and crumble and foil.
Just wait around.
So anyway, I said, man, I got this. So anyway, what I had to do was I got everyone seated, and I have a loud voice. Like I don't even need a mic.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I talk loud. So anyway, I said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get we're getting ready for our grand entrance. Everyone sit down. So anyway, we do the grand entrance, like the power's on. I get the bride and groom and the wedding party all lined up. So what I had everyone do, I had everyone clap their hands like this.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what did you?
I had everyone clap their hands like that, like we just made a beat.
Yeah.
Right. And I got everyone vibing like this. Everyone's clapping, everyone's smiling. So anyway, I just do the grand entrance like that. Got my phone because it's dark. It's dark in there.
Yeah.
Bam. Man, that grand entrance was rocking.
That's crazy.
We come in there. Everyone sits down. It's time for dinner. Luckily, stuff was still warm and stuff like that. So anyway, the guy comes back with the generator, right? Gets the generator going, hooks me up, and I think maybe a light because the sound is the most important, not the most important thing, but that needs power because cameras and stuff got their own independent batteries. So hook me up, man. We're on, and I think we used the generator for like 30 minutes. And then the power comes back on.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you one thing. At the end of the night of that wedding, no one remembered that the power went out.
Yeah. It was just
people just remembered that they had a good time.
Yeah.
Man, I rocked it out, man. Got everyone dancing. Bride had a good time. Groom had a good time. But you just got to be creative. But, there's been times where circuits go out, old circuits.
Yeah. There's
been times where somebody else, whether the person that's playing the ceremony music don't show up. So then, I come in, but anything you can think of, I've had.
Been through it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
fights.
Crazy.
There's crazy stuff.
That's crazy.
That's probably the most memorable one there with the rain.
I don't think I've ever worked with a DJ that I could see would actually like come up with something like that.
You want to know what's crazy about that story? It's a good story. She'll laugh about it. I'm not gonna say no names though. But so anyway, that wedding, she ended up getting married again, right? So I ended up DJing her second wedding. Her second wedding, during the ceremony, it rained. And the mom comes up to me. She goes, Donald, I already told her, if it rains again, no more wedding. If this doesn't work out, no more weddings. Yeah. And even in that wedding, man, we danced in the rain. It was all outdoors.
It was just
we covered my speakers up. I've DJ'd several weddings in the rain.
Yeah.
People cover up my speakers. We all come together, and I will be soaked out there.
Yeah.
My Venmo picture is a wedding that I did in Visalia, and it was in the orchard somewhere. Pouring down rain. All the guys put umbrellas and stuff, tarps over my DJ equipment, and we literally danced on this dance floor that had maybe an inch of water. Just everyone's just having a good time. Like nothing's gonna stop me from your event. I love it.
That is crazy.
Yep.
That's nuts. All right. So this is actually a good question to come after that.
Okay.
So where does that energy come from? From when can you remember? When did you get, when do you feel like you've always had this energy? Or
yeah, I've always had this energy. Class clown in school.
Okay.
I never was a troublemaker or anything like that. I just enjoy making people laugh. Just making people have a good time. You've
never felt nervous getting in front of people? You never
oh yeah, heck yeah, I get nervous. Even to this day, right before grand entrance or I'm nervous. I'm human.
Oh, so you do get some type of.
But once I start,
you're just
like gone. I was nervous before coming in here. You know, I'm normal. So, but I get nervous all the time. But what has helped me is I got a degree in communication, so I took all the communication classes. I've always enjoyed the school work where you have to get in front of the class and talk. And you know, they say the number one fear is public speaking.
Yeah.
And death is number 2. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
So, but public speaking has never been
an
issue for me. But I do get nervous, especially before I get on the stage doing stand-up comedy. Oh, I'm nervous. But once I get up there, it's like my natural habitat. Like, I'm good. Everything goes away.
That's nuts.
You know?
That's great. Yeah, because that's why I kind of feel like, that's why I had this question on here. I was like, do you ever get that? Like, you know, like, because from your energy and your kind of like your vibe is like, does this dude like does he even think about it? Like, do you have like a sense of like,
I think about it all the time.
In front of these people, you know, like, but that's crazy. That's crazy to have that. Cause I think most, like, you pick 9 out of 10 people that'll just be like, you can't get them in front of a crowd.
No, you can't get them in front of a crowd.
You know, to talk, to do anything, you know, presentations or, it's hard.
It's very important too, especially, you know, when I'm DJing these weddings and you got to get all these people up dancing.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't really be shy or nervous, you know, getting all these people out there. But I literally enjoy it. It's like a natural high, getting out there dancing, seeing other people dancing. It's one of the greatest feelings for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm addicted to it.
That's dope.
But no, I've always had that energy. And then I'm the oldest. I have 3 younger brothers. So entertaining them and just being involved in my church and different stuff like that. And comedy has helped me a lot. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
All right. So go right there. All right. So I want to take a quick break. I would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Alaya Boutique. For those of you wondering, Alaya Boutique is an online store that sells beautiful clothing from dresses, tops, bottoms, accessories like necklaces, hats that can go with your outfit. Now ladies, if you're looking to look stylish for the summer, outdoors, or even at home when you're quarantined, definitely check out Alaya Boutique. Turn on the notifications, that way every time they drop something new, you're the first one to get it. Also, follow them on Instagram to keep updated. Follow them on Facebook, or you can look up their website, shopalayaboutique.com. They reached out to me. So to me, that's like them supporting me. So as well, I want to support them. So for everybody who is watching, I'd appreciate if you guys go and you guys look at and search for Alaya Boutique. They have a crazy love for fashion. For all the ladies who want to look at all the clothing, the attire they have, you guys can go to their page. They post it, turn on the notifications, just support them. They have plenty of variety that you guys can choose from. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put everything at the bottom of the link. And then I'm also going to tag them on all of my social media platforms. I'm going to put their Instagram, I'm going to put their Facebook, and I'm also going to put their website. For those who want to know, their website is at shopalayaboutique.com. It will be at the bottom of this video. So if you guys are interested in looking at that, it will be at the bottom of the video. And other ways you guys can support is when you guys do follow them, like their posts, share their posts, share them with your friends and family. That way other people can support them as well. And just a huge thank you to you guys for supporting us and for sponsoring this podcast. Thank you guys again. Okay, so I don't know too much about like what you need as far as a DJ. So what are like some key investments that you had to make as a DJ? As far like me being a photographer.
Okay.
Like obviously like I need a camera, but like things I needed to get was like a good laptop to edit or better lenses. Like what would be key investments that you needed that you didn't have idea like, damn, I'm gonna need this. Mm-hmm. What do you think were like one of your key investments or 2, 3 key investments that you had to make?
It's quite a few actually. So of course, when you start out, you start out small. So, I had just had some basic speakers and a little mixer. Like I said, I started out on CDs. Well, I started on records, but as far as like my first gigs, I started on CDs. So I had little CD mixers. But some important things now is a good laptop.
Yeah.
If you're using digital, there's some people that still use CDs and
like a strong laptop, right? A strong laptop.
Yeah, good strong laptop. Speakers. Oh my gosh.
Quality.
Invest in your speakers. Sound is everything.
Yeah.
And just do your research. I mean, you don't have to follow what everyone's doing or I research, so I spent some time looking on some speakers. When I first started, I got some speakers and I noticed they couldn't go to a high level. So I knew the next time that I went to go buy speakers, like what I was looking for. So the thing is with DJing, so if a wedding's for 5 hours, that means, hey,
yeah,
your equipment is being represented for 5 hours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So whether like if it's, somebody that's cooking, their grill, their grill may only be needed for that hour of cooking. Anyway, so when it comes to DJ stuff, like your stuff got to be some good quality stuff, I feel like.
Yeah.
So good speakers, good mic, laptop, your mixer, there's so many different mixers. So it's all what you're comfortable with. If you want CDJs, if you want vinyl, I've seen some of my favorite famous DJs rock out events, man, with $200 like little iPad mixers. So, your mixer it's all personal,
yeah,
I think. But as far as your laptop, as far as your room storing your songs, stuff like that, your speakers, your mic, I'd say those are your most important. Laptop, mic, and speakers. And then, of course, you want a good mixer too. But I've seen people like do some crazy events on some like just little mixers. I can literally like rock out a party off of my phone if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my speakers need to be good. It's nothing worse going to an event and it's like, man, this guy's speakers are underwater or crackling, or you hear him going in and out, the bass, the tweeters out. That's the worst. Static, So chords and stuff. I mean, everything matters.
Yeah.
But if you're starting out, you don't have to get the best of the best right away. Just gradually get up there, And when you get up there, then you can start swapping some of that stuff out. But definitely spend some money on your speakers.
Yeah. So this has affected everybody. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about. What's going on in the world?
Yeah.
As a DJ, there's no substitute for you guys.
Yeah.
As far as events.
Yeah.
Like for a photographer, we could do small sessions. We can do couples, maternity. We could do a lot of different things. But for DJs, like how much of an effect was that on you? Like as far as DJing?
A huge effect.
I seen a funny post that you put. I think your last post.
Oh, okay,
was
yeah.
I'll DJ for $5.
Yeah, 99 cents an hour. Yeah. And that was just basically just to like do something.
Yeah.
Just I'm so used to DJing every weekend.
Yeah.
I rarely take a weekend off. Somebody wants me to DJ, most likely I'll do it. Because I love DJing. It's not even about the money. Like I literally love DJing. So for me, and big shout out to all the other DJ companies out there that are adjusting, still offering different services, man. Some of my good friends that have other DJ companies, man, I see you out there, man, really being creative and innovative to still keep those businesses, your business rolling. And you can still hire DJs and they can customize different events. So big shout out to all the DJs that are still working and making it happen.
Yeah.
For me personally, it's hurt. I know it's hurt everybody, but at first I was like, okay, this event got canceled. Then the next week, like, dang, this got canceled. So now the last time, I'm not going to say last time. I've DJ'd 3 events since the beginning of March. So like my last wedding when this actually hit was like in March. And then I've DJ'd like 3 small events.
Okay. Yeah.
Since then. But that was like maybe the last couple of weeks, just little kids' birthday parties in the backyard, still social distancing and stuff like that. But man, I didn't realize at first how much it was going to affect, but now
it's just like
it's trickling into next year.
Yep.
So what's happening is, and you probably know, so all the events between March and June is like my biggest time of the year. I'm DJing school events. So all my school events got canceled.
Okay, yeah.
And so for weddings, graduation. So for my weddings, majority of people, they started pushing their dates further down. But then as we came to those dates,
they're still going. Yeah.
So a lot of people's been rescheduling their events for next year. And they're taking, the popular dates for next year. Yep. Now that messes up new bride and grooms that want those special dates for 21. So it's already affecting me for my next year. So it definitely hit.
Yeah.
At the same time, I've been kind of enjoying it just because I'm a workaholic and like I rarely turn down an event and I haven't had this much
free
time to relax. So it can get pretty stressful planning the wedding and getting all the songs and then I have a regular job too. So most of the time I'm working my regular job. As soon as I get off of that, I'm going straight to DJ a wedding late into the evening. Then I'm going back to that job the next day. Yeah. So right now I've been kind of like relaxing and enjoying it actually. So thank God I have another occupation, but so I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm enjoying it, but then I'm like, man. Yeah. Like I'm not doing anything. So that's why I was like, man, I'll DJ for 99 cents just to get out there and do something and move. Yeah. But it's definitely taking effect on me, my business. And even physically, man, I gained so much weight. It's crazy. I didn't realize how much calories I was burning dancing, setting up the gig. Cause it's just me. Yeah. So I'm setting up, I'm DJing, I'm dancing, I'm tearing down. So it's just me. So I didn't realize how much cardio and how many calories I was losing every weekend.
And just standing up all day too.
And I'm like, man, I'm working out. I'm like, how come I'm getting this belly? And it's like, man, I'm not doing that extra cardio. So, but it's definitely a bad time right now. But hopefully things will change and I'm going to do some adjustments and stuff like that and for my next year. So.
Yeah. So is there like a certain type of event that you would just say like I don't do that? Like for me, like I know I started trying to do like, cause I wanted to be a photographer who could try to just kind of do everything. Yeah. I just realized like, there's certain things that I'll do for like family that I wouldn't do for someone else. Because I'm just like, I'm not like, I don't want to ruin your photos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Is there anything like what? As far as a DJ that you would be like, hey man, like I just can't do that event?
So far as you, what's something that you wouldn't do?
Newborns.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Because I did my son's newborns. And like, if you look at the photos, you're gonna be like, oh, those are good photos. Yeah. But then if you go to a professional newborn photographer, you're like, should have went there.
See, that's good though. You know your lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what client is best for you. And you have no problem probably saying, hey man, you know what? Yeah. I know somebody that can do that. That's not really my lane. Yeah. And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people just want everything, Far as for me, events that I won't do, I'm not really into the club scene.
Okay. That's
like
weird.
the nightclubs, like, when people hear DJ, they automatically think like you're in the club and stuff like that.
What makes you not want to do that?
I kind of did it early on.
Okay.
And so, and then a lot of times these clubs, man, and I get it. There's nothing wrong with the clubs, but they want you to play a certain particular music. Okay. To keep, a certain look in there, certain people out. And I get it. But for me is if it's not fun for me,
you don't have freedom.
I don't want to do it.
That's dope.
So, and I love weddings. I love the school events. It's just more rewarding for me doing those type of events. Now, don't get me wrong. Like if I could DJ at like a Vegas club and they let me play like whatever I want, like I would love to do that like every blue moon. I couldn't do it like consistently. So I couldn't really do the club scenes. And then there's been a few events where a event planner or someone comes to me and say, hey, you know, they're looking for a DJ, and I'll ask them, you know, exactly what they're looking for, and I'll be honest with them. I was like, well, you know, maybe they should go this route, you know, or go with that DJ or something like that. I'll always, you know, try to dish something to the left or the right if it doesn't fit me.
Yeah.
You know, I've turned down, you know, a whole bunch of gigs just because I wasn't the right fit, or people don't book me because I'm not the right fit. And I totally get it.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people think too, where they see my energy or see videos that I'm in or at weddings that I've done, see that energy. So some people think, oh, okay, that's all I can do.
Yeah.
But hey, if you want me to just play music and just chill on out, you know, I can do that too. So, but that's basically it. Part of like the clubs, stuff like that, I'm not really interested in.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless they let me play what I want to play.
Yeah.
But nah, just, you know, you see the same people and, you know, but big shout out to all the club DJs out there. Especially like DJ Ogre. That's like one of my favorite DJs, and DJ Chuck One. Shout out to them two guys. Those guys are awesome, man. Those are like my favorite DJs here in town.
Okay. So we're pretty much done with the questions.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So these are just 10 random questions I come up with. I'm going to do this for every interview I do. These are just random. These are probably, you're probably like, what the hell are these? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, why are you even asking these? So they're going to be quick questions.
Okay.
So you just answer them off the top of your head. We're going to like just go. And so I want quick answers though.
Okay.
But honest. Just be honest. Okay. So 10 questions. All right.
Okay.
So the first one, I don't know why I even put this though, but it's because you're a DJ.
Okay.
So name me your top 3 mumble rappers.
Oh, my top 3 mumble rappers?
Yeah.
Oh man, Future. Is Future considered mumble rap though?
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Future. I fool with Future. Little Baby. He's pretty popular right now. I feel like he's a mumble rapper.
One more.
Who else is mumbling that I like?
Who else is mumbling?
Damn, there's a lot of mumble rappers. What's the name? He comes with something every once. I like him on other stuff. Is Young Thug.
Okay.
When I like him on other people's stuff, or when he's on a hook.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But
you don't like Migos. You don't.
Oh, Migos is nice.
Yeah.
See, but the thing
That's
is,
all 3.
yeah, but
Like,
I don't. I guess they are in a category of mumble rapping, but I like Migos. Like I can understand them what they're saying.
Oh, okay.
And I like their cadence, how they rhyme.
Rap, okay.
But for me, like mumble rappers, like people I really don't understand. But I just kind of name those 3. But yeah.
Okay. 3 most popular songs that people request.
Like of all time, like right now.
Right now, if people were like, if you're at a wedding right now. Like, what do you know for sure? 3 songs people are going to request.
Oh, man, I talk about this all the time. Number 1 is Usher, yeah.
For real? Nah.
Man, I don't care where I'm at. I can be at a convalescent. Somebody can have a newborn baby. They will drop it and go to the dance. Yeah, Usher, yeah.
It's a convalescent.
Yeah, man. So that's number 1. Man, anything by Bruno Mars. So
okay, yeah.
24 Karat, Uptown Funk. And I know a lot of these songs are old, but there's really not any like. I feel like a lot of artists aren't putting like good dancing songs out there these days, especially for weddings. Number 3, man, Journey, Don't Stop Believing, or.
Damn.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That's off the top of my head. But
damn,
Usher.
That's crazy.
Usher and anything Bruno Mars, like that.
I could see Bruno Mars. I never believe Usher. That's nuts.
Right now, man, we can leave here, right? And go somewhere. We'll go to Target, anywhere you want to go to, and I'll hook the speaker up and watch everyone's reaction. Yep. Never fails.
All right. Just when you pick or choose.
Okay.
Which one do you prefer, comedy or horror films?
Oh, you must have did your research on me.
Nah. I did a little bit. Yeah, I did.
Yo, I'm the biggest. I'm not gonna say biggest. I know there's other people out there. I'm a huge horror fan person.
See, and that's crazy because now that I found out that you do comedy, I would think that you did comedy. You would say comedy.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
Nuts.
I literally, like right now at home, on my little Prime on my TV, I've been watching like all these old horror movies, like Creepshow. I'm a huge like 80s and 90s like horror fan.
That's crazy.
Huge. Vampires, monsters. I collect like horror shirts.
Oh, damn. So, so you're like a real fan.
Yeah, man. I can talk about scary. We can do a whole nother podcast on scary movies.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, man, I would say scary movies, but I love to laugh.
Yeah.
I love to laugh. That's like my favorite thing to do.
That's crazy. All right. So, I don't know why I put this on either, but I do know why. Because I know what I like.
Okay.
And most people disagree with me.
Okay.
So, do you prefer your steak well done or rare?
Either I can't do in the middle. Steak or you said rare or well done?
Yeah. So do you? Okay, my bad. Let's rephrase it. Well done, or would you prefer it like either like medium?
I need a little. Yeah, medium rare. I like a little blood in mine.
So you do like blood in yours?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't want it like tough. I don't like to fight my.
You don't like
my
beef
steak.
Jerky? Like
no, I like beef jerky. But that's in the bag at the store. You know, that's $3 or $4. But if I'm gonna be paying, $3 or $4, $18, $20 for a steak, I don't want to have to fight it. But I'm not the type of guy that be like, yeah, man, just knock the hooves off and throw it on my plate. Like, no, I need it cooked a little bit.
Okay, so you don't like it.
I just like a little bit of red.
Can it like be dripping blood?
I don't mean I want it sliding on my plate when it goes down. It's either medium or medium rare. That's how I like it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to be scared if it's a little bloody. Like some people will send it back. I'm not the type of person that send food back. If it's a little bloody, I'll eat it. If it's a little cooked, a little more cooked, I'll still eat it.
Damn.
Yeah. What about you?
Can't do no blood.
No blood?
I don't know why, man. Just I don't know why. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is another bone in or boneless.
Oh, wings? Bone in, man.
I know you're gonna say that.
Bone in, man. You boneless?
I like both, but
okay.
But I get bashed a lot because I eat boneless just in general.
Oh, see, I would never order boneless wings. You'll never hear me order boneless, but if boneless are there, I'll eat it. So like we have Wingstop and there's bone in, boneless. I'm gonna eat some of the boneless, but personally, man, I need bone in.
That's literally what like because this question is funny because that's literally like dudes are like guys don't eat boneless or chicken nuggets. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm full with some chicken nuggets and Wendy's too. But if you ask me drums or flats, it's drums.
For real?
Over flats. Yeah. Damn. Drums got more meat on it. Yeah. But I like the flats too. But yeah, drums over flats.
Rainy day, foggy day.
Rainy day.
Yeah.
I love the rain.
You just be out there just wet?
No, I don't like being in the rain or driving in it, especially here in town.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
people don't know how to drive in the rain, but the rain, there's nothing better. Chilling in my living room, got the music playing, and open up my little French doors into the backyard and just watching the rain play and just chill.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the rain. And that's some good sleep too, man. So yeah, rain, fog. I work in the oil field, so I drive to Taft. So that fog is no joke. I don't like the fog at all. But the rain,
DJ Khaled or DJ Mustard?
DJ Mustard. Man, what's going on? Mustard on the beat. Yeah, man, to this day, I don't know what DJ Khaled does. Does he make the beats? Do he just talk over them?
Some people say he's actual DJ. But
he is.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. Real good DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does he actually make beats?
But now, when he releases these CDs in his music, I don't know if he's making the beats or he's just curating it
and just getting
artists,
artists,
just paying people. I don't know how that works, but no, he's an awesome DJ. Okay. But as far as music and
what he's
CDs,
doing,
is DJ Mustard. I went to see DJ Mustard in what club was that? In Cosmopolitan. He DJ'd there beginning of last year. Mm-hmm. It was good. So yeah.
Let's see. Okay. I don't know how I came up with these three names, but you got a blast one, stash one, or trash one.
Okay, blast one.
Which means you got to play it. So these are albums. Okay. These are albums. So you got a blast one right now in your car. You got a stash one for later, or you got a trash one. And this is for all time. So this means that they're never going to be invented. If you trash it, it's never invented.
Oh,
Stash
okay.
one means you're gonna
You got
stash
some
it
good questions, man.
forever.
Okay.
And then blast one means like it's gonna be put out for everybody in the world right now.
So blast it, stash it, save it for later.
Yeah. So these are the 3 albums. All
Okay.
right. Get Rich or Die Trying, College Dropout, Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh, and I can only pick one of each one.
Mm-hmm. No, so you got the blast one, trash one.
Oh, that's hard.
It's really tough.
Okay, so blast one would be Good Kid, Mad City. I'm a huge Kendrick fan.
Damn.
Stash one would be you said Get Rich or Die Trying. That's 50 Cent first one. I have to trash that one and stash Kanye.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
what was yours?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I couldn't even choose it.
That's hard,
It's
man.
hard. Yeah, it's tough
Because all of them are
all
classics.
they're all first albums.
Yeah, but Kendrick by far for me.
I think for sure Blast was College Dropout.
But that Kanye, man, set the...
I think it's only because it's so different.
Yeah.
You know? But
that whole
all right,
spaceship song.
Yeah.
He sampled that Marvin Gaye, which is one of my favorite Marvin Gaye songs.
So the last question.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest. This is the only thing I want you to be honest about. Out of everything we've talked about, man.
I've been honest.
How much toilet paper did you buy during the quarantine?
None.
What?
None.
You never had to go. Nothing?
I don't panic in situations like that. I'm the type of person who's like, yo, man, why are y'all tripping?
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah.
And this is honest God truth. I was like, yo, if the toilet, I have shirts. I got old socks.
Take a shower.
I got dish towels. I have a washer and dryer. Like, I'm not tripping about toilet paper. I'm not even tripping about bottled water. People tripping about, man, I grew up playing down the street. Man, we would literally, where we're outside playing, if somebody's sprinklers were on, we would put our hand around the sprinklers and drink.
Water
I love water hose water to this day.
Yeah.
Middle of the night, I turn on my faucet, go to my sink, and drink. Damn. Man, I'm telling you, like water. I wasn't tripping on water.
Yeah.
The only water I don't drink is Arrowhead.
You're gonna drink a hose?
Arrowhead is so gross.
I'm gonna tag Arrowhead.
People out there, you know, they know they feel me on that. I hate Arrowhead. I don't know where it comes from, but that's the only water I won't drink. I'll drink toilet water before I drink Arrowhead.
That's crazy.
And I almost thought this was Arrowhead when I walked in here.
You just toss the bottle out. You just. All right, so that's pretty much all the questions, man.
That's what's up. That's some good questions there.
So I appreciate you coming, bro. I appreciate you coming. We're pretty much at an hour, man.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, man.
Pretty much at an hour.
If y'all want to go another one, go another one. Yeah.
So again, like I said, I appreciate you coming. Thank you for sharing all your information,
thanks for
man.
Having me.
And then again, thank you to everybody who's tuned in and watching us. Everybody go follow Donald, DNG Entertainment. Again, thank you to our sponsor, Alaya Boutique. Everybody go follow her. We'll be putting all the information down at the YouTube link at the bottom. Thank you guys for tuned in for the podcast, and we'll see you guys again. Peace.